Internet, and welcome to another cast of Fanfiction Contempt Theater 9001. As always, hosted today by SneakyDevil, joined today by Atin. And let's get right on into it after the required messages of don't harass the people that we feature here.
Seriously, leave them alone. Don't be a dick.
No, I mean, you can be a dick, but, don't be a dick to the people we feature, because then we get in trouble. Look, telling people not to be a dick is like telling people, hey, go be as big of a dick as possible. It's the internet.
You know what? That is an excellent point.
Anyway, so we got some lovely shit for you guys today. So,
we bring you only the finest trash. I'm kidding. We find you the worst trash.
It really depends. Is the audio just fine? Yeah, it looks like
it sounds fine to me.
Yep, you're fine. Alright. Okay, got my water ready, got my other water ready. Let's begin.
Have my water.
Kaze no Kami. Naruto, armed with a new power, changes the world to become what everyone in the elemental nations will one day know as the Wind God, the Kaze no Kami. Naruto times Fem Kyuubi, Team 7 bashing, rated M for violence and language. I can neither confirm nor deny the accusations leveled against me.
What accusations? It is vodka. I can guarantee you it's vodka.
Oh, okay.
What?
This story was saved as a different bookmark for some reason.
Oh.
Oh, never mind. That's why it was throwing me off. The first chapter is called First Contact. Alright, so the detailed summary of this story is Naruto discovers his burden on the 6th birthday. Everyone knows Jinchurikis get special abilities from their Biju, as the Ichibi's ability is to control sand. No!
Not...
Gaara!
I'm pretty sure I don't remember that.
That's genetic! He got that from Gaara. Sorry, he got that from his mother and father. That's genetic.
Which, when you think about it, that's a pretty awesome genetics.
Yes. Yes, this is the story that Andros was like, oh my god, this is absolute crap. And I said, well, if it's absolute crap, then clearly we must read it.
Yes. Clearly we must.
It was late in the night of the ever-peaceful village of Konoha. One figure could be seen.
I would not call Konoha an ever-peaceful village.
Yeah. One figure could be seen walking...
Konoha has a remarkable tendency to attract horrible conflict.
Walking in the woods behind the Hokage monument. It was a young boy with bright blonde hairs and deep oceanic blue eyes. Hail victory!
You stop that. throw up the young adult banner, I guess.
We don't have one yet.
I will make one then. I'll slap.
Nose said he was gonna make him one, and Harry and Naruto strikes again.
Okay, I mean, look, to be fair, I really doubt that's what the original author was going for when he made Naruto blonde-haired and blue-eyed, but it does not help.
No, see, it doesn't matter what the original author was going for, because the problem here is that Naruto was never described as bright
Hitting the other
blonde
water
hair with deep oceanic blue eyes. He was blonde-haired and blue-eyed. That you don't need to like. You don't need to go full young adult Sieg hailing.
In fact, it's probably better that you never do that.
Yeah. It had been a month since he was thrown out of the orphanage, and he was seriously starting to feel the hunger, the thirst, and the sadness.
Ah, yes, sadness, the most important and prevalent of his current physical problems. Definitely the existential one takes precedence.
But anyway, I do want to point out, on stream, or at least, actually, no, this was off stream. Max and I did some autistic research, and we found out that, yes, Naruto never went to the orphanage. That is not canon.
Really?
Yes, that is actually a really old fanon. As far as Max and I could find, there is no such mention of Naruto ever going to an orphanage or ever being thrown out of the orphanage, or of Tenten going to the orphanage or being thrown out of the orphanage, or Tenten being an orphan.
Holy shit.
Yes. Actually, her parents aren't even mentioned in canon at all either. So, Tenten working at a weapon shop and her father a smith, that is ridiculously old fanon.
The problem is it's been fanon for so long that everyone's just like, yeah, this is canon.
Well, see, the difference is there's normal fanon, and then there's retarded fanon. And there's a distinct difference between the two. Normal fanon is Tenten's an orphan, Naruto's an orphan, they both went to an orphanage, they met each other there once, whatever. Tenten got adopted by a weaponsmith, that's where her love of weapons comes from. Naruto got thrown out, that's why he's in an apartment at a really young age.
Right.
That's accepted fanon because there's no real plot holes in that. That's like, oh, that makes sense.
Right.
And then you have the retarded fanon of like Sasuke only speaking in grunts. And it's called Uchiha knees and shit like that.
Until now, I didn't know that existed.
Oh yeah, that is actually very common in Naruto fanfiction I've seen.
You know what else is apparently really common? People eating Tide Pods. That doesn't mean it's a good thing.
I mean, yes. Anyway, on with the show. Also, you would die of thirst after 3 days, so if you're feeling thirst after a month, you're dead.
Also, I'm pretty sure there's, Konoha has public water fountains. Even if he had to wait until, 1 in the morning, he could get water.
Yeah, no, it's like, go fucking drink from someone's water hose. Like, a lot of people do not die of thirst. It's especially in, first world areas. It's really hard to die from thirst. It's now, correction, minor correction, sort of. It's really easy to die from tainted water, but not thirst. Yeah.
If you are in anything, and as in terms of Naruto, Konoha is very much a modern city. It has water fountains. It has publicly available water fountains. Even if everyone hated him, and every time he went out on the street they threw rocks at him, he could just wait until 1 in the morning and go there.
Yeah. And on top of that, especially in a centralized city like Konoha is, there's so much food that's going to be discarded. Feeling hunger and thirst in a city like Konoha, because Konoha's a city.
Absolutely.
That is incredibly unlikely. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be eating like a king, or I'm not saying he's going to not be like, malnutritioned or something. But He's not gonna be like, oh god, I'm so hungry, if only I could eat food or drink water.
Like, and as much as I hate to say that, it's very, very hard, especially in a city, to starve to death. Now, you're not going to like what you eat, and it's not going to be great for you, but you're not going to starve to death.
Yeah.
Death being the key there.
Anyway, idea Naruto as either a Noblor or Gretchen. But from Warhammer? We already saw what happened when Warhammer crosses into Naruto. Naruto is an Ubermensch. Well, I mean, Fairy Tail Dragon Slayer. You know, throw him under the bus.
Can we not start indirectly accusing people of being Nazi sneaky? Can we give that one a pass?
Of course. No, Zeke's, that's actually also fanon. That's actually extremely fanon that the city hates Naruto, that Konoha hates Naruto. At best, canonically, at best, they just didn't talk to him. And the parents told their kids not to play with him.
But like the whole, oh, they beat him up and they throw things at him, like we never see any evidence of that.
Yeah, like it's completely fanon that they glare at him. It's completely fanon they overcharge him. It's completely fanon they beat him. It's completely fanon they throw things at him. It's completely fanon they hunt for him. It's completely fanon that they do anything besides not pay attention to him.
Yeah,
which,
like
I mean, to be fair to a kid, being ignored by literally everyone's pretty severe. But it's not
we're
like...
not saying it's not severe. It's horrible, and it's terrible for his socialization, which is why he's such an awkward little bastard. But...
yeah, anyway. Moving on once more. Also, we lost someone, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you're going scratchy again.
Scratchy?
Yeah, your mic is going screechy scratch.
God damn it.
Wandered the woods with no particular goal in mind, just thinking about why everyone in the streets looked at him with hate and disgust. Already talked about this. Damn, I am so tired. It's been 2 days since I ate. Talked about this. He thought as he remembered behind the Akamichi barbecue restaurant, where he found some leftovers in the garbage that was still edible. That were still edible.
Like, here's the thing. He could just stay behind the Akamichi restaurant all day.
Yeah.
Especially the kind of place that the Akamichis run. The kind of barbecue place they run is you just keep ordering food until you're done.
Also, on top of that, it is fairly common. Again, I grew up around Camden. Atin lives in Chicago. It's fairly common for restaurants who throw out food to... some of them to give it to the... you know...
Oh, yeah. No. They... A lot of the places, they will... like, they'll have, like, disposable... at least in Chicago, they'll have, like, a disposable paper plate, and they'll just pile up all the leftovers on those and put them out at the back door. Yeah. Because this is the thing, as a shop owner, you don't want homeless people going through you don't want them ripping open your garbage and getting the inside of the dumpster dirty. It's like, just give them the food. That's way easier.
Yeah, I mean, not only that, it also
doesn't hurt us.
Yeah, it makes less rot. There's less food to be rotting in your dumpster, so your restaurant smells less horrible in the back areas. So it's just, it's a benefit all around. Obviously not everyone does this, but in a city there are enough places that do it.
And again, because we've already debunked the fact that everybody hates him, like, the Akamichis have never seemed to me to be cruel.
Also, from how Choji, the clan head's son, reacts with Naruto, because it is actually canon that Choji, Kiba, and Shikamaru were relatively, acquaintancy with Naruto. Like, they weren't like, oh yeah, we're buddies, let's hang out. But they weren't like, oh, we're going to ignore you. They were just like, oh, hi, it's Naruto. Hi, Naruto. Hi, guys. Yo, guys, I just played a prank. Oh, hey, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. All of that, the point being, the Akamichis would probably just be like, hey, here's the leftovers.
Yeah.
Get away.
Or, fucking hell, if it's the Akamichis, they might be like, yo, hey, Naruto, come on inside, we'll feed you some leftovers, once a week or something. It's like... It's just not believable.
Again,
I think the main reason we're harping on this because it's not believable. It's like... There's a level of...
That's the point.
Yeah, there's a level of believability that I'm willing to waive, like, okay, fine, the orphanage threw him out, whatever, fine. Okay, so he's wandering the streets, fine. He's somehow unable to find any food or water for an entire month? Really? In a city? Really? Like, that's where I draw the line. Like, okay, maybe he's tired of eating leftovers. Maybe he's hungry for some real food. Like, okay, I could believe that. But
easy.
I haven't eaten for 2 days. I'm so tired. Really? Anyway. Yes, this is the second fic where Naruto apparently hasn't eaten for a very long time and still is alive.
Okay, but here's the thing. At least a month is in the realm of survivability.
The Naruto fanbase is fairly cancerous, yes. Suddenly, from behind the bushes, there's a kunai that almost speared his head through. There he is, guys. Our lucky day. The demon is alone in this remote place, said a man. He was not alone, as Naruto could hear numerous more footsteps coming in his direction.
Okay, look.
What do you want, mister?
If he's been hunted by people this entire time, he's not going to be like, what do you want, mister? He's going to be like, oh, he threw a knife at me.
I'm sorry, I cannot picture a single person besides maybe, like, dumb blonde levels of stupid. Of having, like even the most normie of normies would be like, holy shit, you just threw a knife at me, fuck this, I'm out of here.
Naruto is, despite how bad he is at it, a ninja in training.
Well, not at 6.
Okay, yes, you're right, but, like, he wants to be. He wants to be the Hokage.
Like, so even then,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He'd be like, oh, they threw a knife at me. I should go.
I would think he would run at them. Honestly.
At them, away from them.
Yeah,
he wouldn't go,
oh,
hey, man, who threw a knife at me?
What are you doing, man?
What do you want?
What are you doing, man? What are you doing, man? Don't tase me, bro! What do I want? I want my son back, you monster, said the man, as other men and women who had been with him gathered around Naruto. Your son, where is he? Replied Naruto, not understanding what this man's son had to do with him. Don't play innocent with me, demon. You killed him, and I'm finally going to get my revenge tonight, said the angered man as more and more people joined him. Then the crowd broke apart to let one man advance. He was dressed in shinobi gears. But Naruto did not know how to tell which rank he was. He started to see the crowd was actually composed of several of those shinobis, all wearing headbands with leaf sign. Mr. Shinobi-san, please help me. This man wants to hurt me, but I'm innocent, I swear, said the out-of-character Naruto with the author's hand up his ass.
So fucking cringy.
As he was about to...
so bad. That's another banner we need. The bleep bloop hello I am a robot banner.
Beep poop I am a human person. This is how human people do. Hokage Tower. Haruzen Sarutobi sat behind desk contemplating the volume of paperwork he still had to do before he could call it a night. The council had just left him was more or less a repeat of what happened every year at same date for the last 6 years.
Blah blah blah. A bunch of people.
Okay, so again, this is another fandom bust. Yeah, the council doesn't exist. That's another piece of fandom that was invented. Fanon that was invented. The only council members, quote unquote, that are known is Sarutobi's previous teammates. So, Danzo, and what's their faces. And they aren't really even a council. They're trying to just, Sarutobi was like, hey, you're old and shit. I want to talk to my old friends, but still also get good advice from you guys. Have a position of power. Because, I'm a military dictator and can do that.
Nepotism! It's a wonderful thing!
And it's just I hate this fanon, because what I see really often is, the civilian part of the council always being like, oh, we gotta kill the Naruto! And just being eat glue, square peg, round hole, dumb. And just, no matter, the Naruto's always, in those sorts of fics, becomes, super powerful. And then it always shows the civilian council being like, oh, my God, he's got too powerful. He's like the Kyuubi now. We gotta kill him. Yeah. And it's painful. You got anything to share? Oh, we got apparently a picture. You have been lied to by everyone.
It's the thing where he goes, don't you think it's weird that everyone hates you? We aren't saying they don't hate him.
Yeah, we aren't saying they...
We're saying they didn't do the whole throw rocks, hunt him down crap.
Yeah, no,
and as far as we know, at least as far as I know, there's never any evidence of them going, I'm not going to serve you, get out of my shop, or I'm going to charge him more because he's the Kyuubi.
Yeah, okay, so they hate him. Yeah, so they're going to be like, hey, kids, don't talk to him. Everyone ignore him. Maybe, within the realm of believability, maybe, nasty words. But again, Demon Brat, execution, death penalty. Literally, death penalty. They can't insult him by saying Demon Brat, Kyuubi boy, etc., etc. They can only call him brat, punk, piece of shit, etc. They can't reference the Kyuubi at all, or death penalty.
By
military dictatorship.
The actual squad of murder ninjas that follow him around.
And, I don't want to do, the other stupid shit thing is that people are like, oh, yeah, he just gets beat up by civilians all the time. And it's or Shinobi, it's no, look. Even if it's not canon, it's basically canon that he has an Anbu squad guarding him. He is literally not only the son of Minato and Kushina, two dear friends of Sarutobi, also the son of the Hokage, previous Hokage, also the container of the Kyuubi. If you think for a second, a village leader that already looks favorably upon this child would also let what is equivalent of a nuclear bomb be harmed, you are retarded. Also, thank you for resubscribing. Yes, if people call Naruto Demon Spawn, death penalty.
Yes. Okay, so he's pointing out here that these are people saying we should have killed him. He is very dangerous. If you find him, kill him. Yes. That was a thing. And then Sarutobi was like, quit being retarded. And you'll notice Naruto isn't there.
Oh,
or if
look
he
at
is
that!
the
Oh,
first
he's
demon.
shouting. We have to find him before he releases the demon power. The Jonin says to the other Jonin. Yeah. It's almost like the village's elite will have knowledge and of the ability to talk about with the others' village's elites Naruto in his relationship to the Kyuubi containment. And also, that's a completely valid worry. We have to find Naruto before the nuke goes off. Bringing you in is up to Atin.
I don't give a damn.
I only bring people in when I'm alone. I'm alone and sad.
I mean, if he wants to come in, I don't care.
Yeah,
It
alright.
doesn't matter to me one way or the other.
Alright, hop on in the general. We'll drag you down to our level.
In the literal sense.
Indeed.
Both.
Yes, Calvin. Someone actually did the math on the Kyuubi's Beast Bomb, and it is basically goodbye like several cities.
But how can you do math on something that's so weirdly wrong every single time? Like the Biju Dama, for example, has been a different size every
Because
single time.
people are artistic.
Well, you have a point there.
Yes.
Look, I want to point out, because of Max, we figured out how big, roughly, bullheads are.
Yeah.
How big?
We figured out how big bullheads are by comparing them to the standard size shipping containers used on freighters.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because in the dock scene, there's like close-ups where they're right next to the shipping containers, and they're like the length of a shipping container.
But guys, like the thing here is, you're actually assuming that Rooster Teeth knows how scale works.
They don't. We already covered that last time.
We specifically were like assuming that these is accurate scale, which it might not be.
Calvin,
have to
he's not
assume that it
French,
is.
he's Indian.
Oh yeah, I am definitely not French.
But yeah, like I said, assuming the scale is accurate, which we have to assume, otherwise there's no point in even trying, then it's about the size of a shipping container.
Anyway, blah blah blah. Yep, I fucking called it. The civilians are like, rah rah rah, we have to kill Naruto for some retarded reason.
Yay, is this gonna be an angst fic?
Yeah, probably.
I'm so ready for an angst fic. Let me just make another Jaeger bomb.
Blah blah blah. Oh boy, the cliche of Danzo being like, hey, Sarutobi, give me him and I shall make you a weapon to match the Metal Gears.
I mean, really, that's basically what it is at this point.
Oh, Metal Gear.
And blah blah blah, today's meeting, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, explosion of chakra that was super evil and dark. It could only mean one thing. Naruto, said the Sandime as he used his crystal ball to locate the boy. His eyes widened at what he saw.
The
Naruto.
crystal ball.
Bodies flew everywhere. Blood covered the whole area as Naruto stood there in the middle of this hell. His eyes were slitted and red. His whisker marks were more pronounced. He looked around to see that no one from the previous crowd was alive. Ninjas and civilians, men and women all dead. Then he slowly closed his eyes and fell to the ground unconscious.
I love how that, like, he gave that piece like its own like line breaks and stuff. Like he's like, oh, this is important. This is deserving of all the work I put into this. I bet he wrote this down and then just read it 20 times just to get everything perfect, and it came out sounding like that.
I'm fucking tired of this blah blah blah.
Okay.
It's just a line that I remember from Epic Rap Battles. If you ever watched it.
I haven't seen them all, but I've seen a number of them.
The Trump versus Hillary one where
Oh, never got that far.
what's his face? Abraham Lincoln comes in. So is the Obama and
Obama?
what's his face?
Trump.
What? No. Obama and Richie Pants McFuck dude.
Richie Pants.
John Kerry?
That's a lot of people.
That's literally a lot of people. Like, that's every politician out there. Jeb Bush?
No, the Mormon.
Again, still a lot of people.
That's still a lot of people.
The previous Republican candidate for 2008.
I don't,
I think
man, I don't know.
Ted Cruz? No, wait, Mitt Romney.
Yes, Mitt Romney. Yes.
Yes. Our money, that's how I remember him.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, there you go. Arn said it out there.
Anyway.
That sounds like a German
Naruto
game.
wandered through the sewers, blah blah blah, giant prison, blah blah blah, walked straight into the cell, blah blah blah. There was a beautiful woman on the ground, panting, trying to regain her breath. She was beautiful. She had red hairs and red eyes. She wore a black kimono and no shoes. She had the body of a goddess. And what surprised him were the two appendages he saw on the two appendages he saw on her head that looked like fox ears, and more importantly, the 9 tails that were flowing behind her back.
Alright, can I ask you a question? Who came up with the entire fucking FemQB shit? Like, why?
Because, oh god, I don't know.
Okay, so it was really long ago. We really didn't have any confirmation either direction or anything really about the Kyuubi.
Shit, I remember, like, I was on DeviantArt looking for, like, cool pictures of Naruto back when it was first coming out, and there were those stupid femkai.
No, like, I'm like talking like 2006 level shit.
The first time I came across the FemKyuubi thing was in one of the Engulfing Silences fics, and I asked him once I became friends with him about what the fuck that was, and he's like, "Oh, somebody did before me, so I did it."
Yeah, no, it's really old. Don't get me wrong. I've seen some of them that are not bad at all. I've actually seen some of them who justified it with, like, because Kushina got sealed into the Kyuubi seal while it had been ripped in half, it was still reforming itself inside Naruto's seal and, like, incorporated Kushina, so it became female. And sort of semi-Naruto's mom.
That's needlessly convoluted, but okay.
Well, so is the whole sealing process in canon of, I'm going to use the Reaper God to... I'm going to use the Reaper God to rip him in half, and then use an 8-trigram seal to seal the unbalanced Kyuubi inside a baby. What could go wrong?
That's just contrived, and that's because Minato wasn't like the smartest of people. Let's be real.
Yeah, I know, but still, you just contracted the Death God. Why not cut the Kyuubi in half, put the, literally in half, not, like, ganging in half. Like, the Kyuubi shouldn't have a mind to think with.
Also, I think in Naruto, there's also this thing, like, the Pantheon does exist, but in case they do, why don't they do anything about the fact that there's this gigantic, malevolent alien god running around their world?
Because fuck you.
Give a point there.
But, no, like, okay, so he gets the demon god, so the death god, and he rips the Kyuubi into mind and body, and he puts the body into Naruto, so it should have no mind to think with.
Yep.
But it does, apparently, for some fuck-all reason.
That's because it's just evil, man.
That's what I'm saying, though, is the whole thing was fucking convoluted. So when people come up with convoluted bullshit with how the seal worked or different effects from the seal, I'm totally fine with it, because it's like, canon's already retarded. You literally can't make it worse unless you also go, oh, Naruto's mind was also littered with seals, restricting his intelligence gain, and all a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, well, and he undid them all and became Superman.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, we're talking about Veebs right now, so they don't think as far as Superman. They just don't. They stop at Super Saiyan.
Super Mega Super Saiyan 9000.
421.
Anyway, blah blah blah, super pretty, blah blah blah, Naruto-kun, you're here, I was so scared for you, how do you know my name, I'm so sorry, Naruto-kun, I am the reason why everyone hates you, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, canon, blah blah blah, more canon, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. I am the Kyuubi, we are two different entities.
What?
Okay, yeah. No, the Kyuubi is saying, no, you're wrong, Naruto. You aren't me. We're two separate people.
Oh, this is fucking stupid.
And blah, blah, blah. This dimension is your mindscape. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. I was forced to attack you. Blah, blah, blah. I love you. Blah, blah, blah. My real name isn't Kyuubi. Kyuubi is my title. Is my tittle.
Tittle.
Kyuubi is my tittle.
Well, but she's a woman, so of course everything she does has
Fair
to be
enough.
to tit. Fair enough.
My real name is Natsuki Na-chan. I am Naruto Uzumaki, future Hokage of Konoha.
Nachon?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Naru-kun. By meeting me in your dreams, our encounter has unlocked your ability from me being sealed inside you. You now have the ability to control wind like a god.
Well done.
What the fuck?
How
I
the
really would like to
fuck
read.
did Andros read this story? Like, so there's someone in another Discord that originally posted this story. And they're like, oh my god, I can't believe what happened in the last chapter. This was so dumb. And I'm like, I'm sitting here having taken almost an hour to read the first chapter. And I'm like, why the fuck did you read?
Alright, now to be fair, we're like shit posting the entire time and stuff, but like,
Still,
yeah.
there is 62 more chapters. How the hell do you read this
62?
first chapter and go, oh yeah, I'll have another?
Who?
Man, we got halfway through this chapter, and I'm already checked out.
63 total chapters. What the fuck? Who thought this was a good idea? Who sanctioned this?
Death penalty.
It is a gas chamber, you go.
No. We can't
No,
make jokes
none
like
of that.
here.
Alright then.
Yes. We
Are
neither
we-
have PewDiePie levels of fandom, nor...
Does PewDiePie have fanfic?
PewDiePie has plenty of fanfic about him.
I'm gonna check.
You're
No,
gonna regret
listen,
it.
this
You
is
are
something
going
you wanna
to regret
do.
it.
Oh,
Oh shit! Oh, this. So this, I found this when I was looking for more Ranma fanfic.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Can we focus on this on the trash fire in front of us first, please?
Oh, what do you mean? We moved on.
Oh, okay, we're just moving on. Got
No,
it.
I got to the end of the chapter. That was the end of the chapter.
I love the person's profile pic. Just click on once.
What the fuck is?
Oh,
their profile
I've paid
pic?
so little attention.
Oh, it's
to
them.
Yeah, it's a quintessential fanfiction author.
It kind of is.
Like when you imagine, a fanfiction author, this is the first thing you come up with.
Anyway, so I was looking for more Ranma fanfic because good Ranma fanfic is really rare. And
For a reason.
That's because of how easy it is to make it into porn.
no, you don't understand. It's not even porn. It's just trash.
Oh, that's just disappointing then.
Anyway,
See,
so
if there's a fandom out there,
we got
and-
this. This is Gravity Falls Ranma crossover. Can be found in the
What's that?
Discord down below, as always.
What's
What-
Gravity Falls?
Gravity Falls is actually a cartoon I recommend. It's actually
And what's
it's a
Ranma?
really good American cartoon.
What's Ranma?
Ranma is a really old Shonen Jump manga.
Atin, do you know either of these?
I don't know anything about Gravity Falls because I think it looks stupid and I don't give a damn about it. But I do know.
It was actually surprisingly a good story.
Then you must walk me through this, for I have no idea.
Alright, so to give knowledge of Ranma and Gravity Falls to everyone to truly appreciate how terrible this story is. So Ranma is a really old story. It's like up there with like Fist of North Star in terms of age and like
Alright.
pioneering certain ideas and how to do things in the like manga sphere. Also, the author is like a total SJW now, and they make crap stories. But anyway, that's not the point. Point is, it's a really old story about a guy who was kidnapped by his father and taken to travel around the world, escaping from debts and learning martial arts. And the story starts with him being dunked in the cursed springs of a Chinese place. And the cursed springs, if you touch the water of the cursed springs, you get turned into whatever died in that spring. So it's like, there's the spring of the panda. So if you fall in that water, like his father did, you turn into a panda when you get hit with cold water. And you turn back to normal when you get hit with hot water. And Ranma fell into the spring of the drowned maiden.
Oh.
Yeah. So he turned female whenever he got hit with cold water. It was used as a gag throughout the story. Again, this is a Shonen Jump, so it was like romance doesn't exist. The whole thing's like it's a mocking harem story where the harem formed because the father kept selling Ranma off to settle debts, and then would run away before they could, marry Ranma. And so that's what pretty much the entire conflict of the story is. They finally settle down in this one place to meet up with the first person that he ever got sold off to by his father to marry them. And so all the other wives end up showing up over time. They all fight each other all the time, cause massive amounts of problems, etc., etc. There is no actual romance in the story, like I said. It's a forced harem by his father. And it's not even like a harem, really, because they all hate each other and they're all trying to be the one person he marries.
So an actual fucking harem.
Yeah.
Like a realistic harem.
Yeah. And Ranma just wants to do martial arts. And that's the whole story. Ranma, obviously, because it's Shonen Jump, gets more powerful, more powerful, more powerful. By the end of the story, he kills a god. Literally. Yeah, massive power wang. It's Shonen Jump.
It turns from D times D into Shin Megami Tensei halfway. What the fuck?
It's actually, even though it's old, it's actually pretty good.
Dragon Ball Z.
I shall give it a try.
Yeah, no, it is actually a nice sit back and relax read. There's not much like complex plot going on. It's, problem happens, fight occurs, Ranma gets beaten, Ranma learns new thing, fight happens again, Ranma wins.
Oh.
So
it's like Dragon Ball Z, but with a harem.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and it's just, it's like, again, because this anime is so old. Like, all of the shonen animes where it's like, main character gets beaten, so main character has to go get a power ramp up to kick the ass of whoever beat them. Like, Ranma was one of the first ones that ever did.
Like, to get the power ramp up, like, I remember one ability he learned. To punch really fast, he had to learn how to snatch an acorn from an open flame.
Oh.
So he, would do great damage to his hand just to get the speed down.
Yeah, but I think that one was already done. Something like that was done with Hajime no Ippo, which is, of course, Fighting Spirit.
Right.
Where,
like I said, it came out around the time of North Star and Dragon Ball Z, and
that one's also equally old, right? Like
it's a very old fandom. And then
one of my favorite.
Gravity Falls is a very interesting American cartoon.
Well, I think I'll stay away from that one. Atin says no. So
Atin says no because of the art style. The story of it is actually fairly good. It's not like, oh my god, you gotta see it.
The
like
last
some of the
American
fans.
thing I saw was Neo Yokio. It's left a bad taste in my mouth.
Oh no, fucking Neo Yokio is not anywhere near
I saw all of it. I saw all of it.
You
I don't
made a
even
mistake.
know what the hell that is, but I can tell you
trash.
It sounds stupid.
It's god awful trash.
Okay, the only salvageable thing about that thing was the fact that Jaden Smith actually did a decent job. And that's a funny thing. Jaden Smith being the highlight of something.
But anyway, Gravity Falls, I actually recommend if you have free time and you want something to look, you want something to watch, Gravity Falls. It's 2 seasons long. It's got a amusing plot. And
Yu-Gi-Oh!
surprisingly, there is a couple fics out there that I've read for it because they were recommended to me by people, not because I searched it up, that were actually surprisingly good. Now, keep in mind, though, a majority of the Gravity Falls fanfiction community is Tumblr. So...
Oh, that's... Okay, then I should stay away. I should keep my distance.
But anyway, Gravity Falls, 2 kids, renovations are being done in the house or something, whatever. So, something happens back at home, the kids have to go stay with their uncle for a while over the summer.
Is that Ben 10?
And it's taking place in Oregon, and, it's a small-ass little town, like, they have one street going through it, small town. So the kids go off to adventure in the forest, and as they're adventuring, they're finding, like, mythological creatures and shit, and they're like, whoa, what the fuck's going on? And they end up finding a book explaining, Gravity Falls has all this shit in it, but there's 2 other books, and so they go out to search for the 2 other books, and, stuff happens, and, it was a good, it was a nice, good little, this is interesting, and it's, it's not awful. The characters are enjoyable.
I shall take your word for it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Which reminds me, you live in America, right? So
I do live in America.
How expensive is housing in Redmond?
Redmond,
Near Washington.
Virginia?
No, Redmond, Washington.
Redmond, Washington?
Washington? If you're in Redmond, that's where, like, Microsoft's headquarters is.
Yeah,
I know.
It depends. It depends. Like, this is
I'm right in. Okay, my office will be right in front of Microsoft headquarters, so Nintendo's headquarters. So
expensive.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be paying
Expensive.
out the ass.
Fuck.
Like, now, granted, supposedly Washington State has one of the better public transit systems, so you might be able to look for something farther out. But I don't know. I haven't physically been there.
Calvin. Also, yes, Justin Toons, that's a fairly good summary of Gravity Falls. But Calvin, yes, Times Mail Reader is in fact a thing. I don't know why it is. It's popular on DeviantArt, though, and AO3.
See, anything that's degenerate is popular on DeviantArt, so...
I will say this. To be fair, DeviantArt does warn you going in exactly what you're signing up for.
Well, yes, you have a point there.
And it is called Deviant, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now that I've described both of these stories to you, let's get on with this shitfest. AU. When Dipper and Mabel explore the forest, they find a bunch of springs. However, now they are cursed to transform when splashed with cold water and transform back with hot water. They must deal with the curses while trying to find a cure. Can they do it while making new friends, enemies, and possibly dealing with love triangles? Please read and review.
Oh, I love it when authors do that.
Anyway, this came about since there are no Gravity Falls Ranma stories. You would think there'd be a Jusenko in Gravity Falls. Well, there is now. It will have a bit of a Ranma vibe, except expect love triangles involving Dipper. But the humor and the action will be first and foremost. Also, I will bring in some Ranma characters. They will be off-screen, but one will have a major role, and I am planning for them to know someone from the Mystery Shack. I won't say who, but it will be fun and it will make a ridiculous amount of sense. Alright, so I will be reading several chapters of this because there's that one point where I just had to sit there and be like, really?
Like with a W. Really?
Yeah.
How bad is it?
Chinese wizards are cray-cray. Dipper and Mabel Pines were walking through the forest in Gravity Falls. Their parents had decided to send them up to the small town of Gravity Falls, where they were staying with their great Uncle Stan for the summer, and it was peaceful.
Did I mention yet that they're in Gravity Falls? I'm getting paid every time I say Gravity Falls.
Actually, Arn, you would actually recognize this fic. This is the fic I was taking pictures of and posting on your Discord.
Hey, Sneaky, how many bits did I have to give to skip a story?
No, last time you gave 500. But
Alright.
wait, no,
Goes up by 100 every
don't
time.
do it yet.
I am ready, but just give me a reason or something.
No, want to go swimming? I don't think we should. Is it because of the bamboo? No, there's something wrong with this place. Mabel! No, it's okay, I'm in my bathing suit. You brought a bathing suit? I figured I would need it. Cannonball! She dives into the pool. God damn it. Hey, you kid, get away from there. Dipper turned and saw a middle-aged guy yelling at him. However, he lost his footing and fell into a completely different pool that Mabel had jumped in. He thankfully managed to throw the journal to dry land so it would get wet. As Dipper fell in, started to feel strange. He resurfaced. It felt like there was something under clothes. What's under my
Aren't
shirt?
these kids like 10?
Yeah. What's under my shirt? Said Dipper. He covered his mouth. His voice was higher pitched. He looked under clothes. Leaves? Why are there leaves? He asked. That was noticed his hair was a lot longer. He looked at himself in the reflection of the pool. Staring back was a girl that looked almost identical to Mabel, except of the orange nose and some bags under the eyes. Also, her eyes were turned from brown to green. That was when suddenly a small unicorn surfaced from the pool Mabel dove. The unicorn had a light purple coat on and a mane of purple, orange, and green on its flank. Oh man, I'm a freaking out right now, screamed the unicorn. It seemed like to be a form of telepathy, with its horn glowing as it spoke. Not
Is this some My Little Pony bullshit?
The placement has been made.
Yes, it is a
I
My
did
Little
my
Pony.
time.
Okay, so anyway, I will skip this story though. But the part I wanted to get to was apparently Uncle Stan is great friends with Donald Trump, and they totally stole from a Mexican bank, which is why they're called El Gringo now.
The fuck?
What? Alright, look. I feel like we kind of have to... Can we just jump ahead to that part specifically?
Yes, please do that. I need to see this with my own eyes to believe it.
Let me find it. Like I said, it's in one of the chapters. Here we go. You know the Black Queen of Japan? Mabel asked, Mabel confused, blah blah blah. She's the queen of the underworld. She's so ruthless. She makes the Yakuza look like the Salvation Army. Also, Donald Trump. Wait, you know Donald Trump, but he knows your real identity too? Yep, before everyone knew him, I knew him as El Gringo Diablo.
Gingo.
Gingo Diablo, sorry. So you stole your brother's life, and the only other brother, a ruler of the criminal underworld, and Donald Trump are the people that know the truth.
I am so...
See, this is why I want to die. Gingo.
Gingo.
This is fucking stupid.
This is how I use
Oh boy! Here we go! Have a Fate Stay Night Ruby crossover!
Which one is it? Because there's so much trash in that section.
Walking Throne.
That's a physical impossibility, isn't it? Wait, wasn't there somebody in Warhammer 40k who had like a mech throne?
Yes, probably.
Well, it's
Oh yeah,
40K.
no, the whoever's running the Inquisitors.
Yeah, exactly.
Fyodor
that guy.
Karamazov, I think.
The only reason I remember him is because of that story.
The Emperor's text-to-speech device.
Yes, TTS.
Woo! No, Fate Ruby rarely is good.
That's because, and look, I'm sorry to say this, but most of the Fate fan fiction, trash.
Mm-hmm.
I
It
kind
really
of
is.
do like a Devil Lord's Hero, and it's like a guilty pleasure. Really.
I
There's
love
something
that
good.
one. That's a really nicely written one.
I mostly like it because Fahad and me have me and him have fought so much about this shit, but we're still friends. I have no idea how. And then he just kind of dropped off fanfiction for a while, and he's just like, yeah, dude, I'm kind of going. He went on a journey to find himself.
Oh wow, I thought only like total like fucking
No, he is a
normies
proper,
did
no. Fahad is a proper fucking hippie. He literally traveled 4 countries to find himself. Reminder, we have 4 Arab countries. How do you
Wow,
find yourself
man.
in an Arab country?
Wow, man. Anyway,
Well, you find yourself a very nice goat, and it goes from there.
so fan fiction for Fate series has like 2 settings: absolute god awful trash and good.
Yeah.
Like there's really no in between. It's either this is fucking trash or hey, this is pretty good. I've yet to find an average Fate story.
Honestly, it's the same for D times D too. There's no average stories. There's all either very good or horrible.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Anyway,
Like there's that one, what was it called? A Demon Amongst Devils, which is a persona like.
oh yeah, I don't persona at all, so I never touched
No,
anything.
no, I'd recommend you read it just for how that guy writes.
Hmm.
He is like he's okay. He makes Gore look like a 3rd grade writer.
Theorizing that one could find a perfect fanfic, true Sneaky Devil stepped into the quantum leap accelerator and vanished. Just end me now, fam. Just end me now.
Push me to the edge. All my fixes.
Anyway, so this is Walking Throne, a vessel that is tasked to contain the tainted servant that is on the loose, comes to Remnant with only the heroic spirit Hassan to help him. Please, I promise I won't run away with it. For the last time, Ruby, no. Disclaimer, I do not own Fate Stay Night, Blaz Blue, or Ruby.
Wait, this has Blaze Blue in it?
Oh, good. We're getting all the anime trash in here.
The Blood Edge!
Blocking an incoming strike from the Beowulf with the dagger in my left hand, I quickly use my other free hand to cut both its hand and stab its head. At what fucking angle?
I'm sorry. Can you read that again for me? I would have visualized this.
Blocking an incoming strike from the Beowulf with the dagger in my left hand, I quickly use my other free hand to cut both its hand and stab its head. Not cut its head, stab it. So he, like, took the sword / dagger in his right hand and, like, swiped up and then turned the blade to stab.
No, Sneaky. He used his hand to do all this. Not the weapon. He used his free hand to do this.
Did it? Was that? Oh yeah, that was the free. Yes. Okay. So he knife-handed. Apparently, he's a level 50 monk.
Sneaky. That's not a level 50 monk. That's like a level. That's like level 80 monk.
He's more like, in Dark Souls, the free hand deflection.
Maybe he's Alucard.
Ricardo.
No, clearly he's Edward Scissorhands.
Indeed. Pulling the dagger back, I observe my surrounding and notice all 3 of my clone already dispatched the rest of the Grim. All 3 of my clone. So how is it, Hassan? Did I improve? I asked the heroic spirit inside of me. Your strike is still sloppy. Your attack is also straightforward. You still can't work together with your clone. What else? Hassan demolishes my confidence with each word.
Demolishes, not demolish. What the fuck did you say?
Demolishes. Oh. I'm a bit.
It's drink a little too
I
much, think.
may be a bit inebriated.
A bit.
Wait, he has shadow clone jutsu?
Anyway. So apparently
Depending
this
on
is.
who this is.
Wait a second. I thought only Fate not Fate Grand Order. Fate Prisma. That's what it was. Fate Prisma was the only one with pseudo servants.
Not for this fanfic.
I know Fate Grand Order. There's one demi servant, and Grand Order does something weird with the servants too. Like they can summon a bunch of servants that aren't like real servants. I don't know.
Well, yeah, and then there's also I think it's called pseudo servants, where they all get summoned into the caster. So it's like, because I remember Prisma Ilya was actually like had a split personality of herself that had Archer from Emiya Archer summoned into her, so she turned into like a mix of Kirito, fucking Christ, Shiro, Shiro and Ilya, except black for some reason.
Black swordsmen.
Well, no, and then there's what is it? What's the one with the there's like a fake Holy Grail war going on?
Oh, that's Apocrypha, right?
No, it's not Apocrypha. Apocrypha is there's like an extra grail. There's one where there's I'm trying to remember. Like there's one where there's like a wrong set of servants.
Apocrypha.
Well, Fate Zero is Grail 4. Fate Stay Night / Unlimited Blade Works is Grail 5. Apocrypha is the Nazi Grail. Prisma, I forget Prisma's
It's literally called Fate. It's literally called Fate Strange Fake, I think.
Oh yeah, the strange fakes thing. Yeah, you're
Strange
right,
Fake, yeah. I was gonna go with Extra or CC after that. Anyway,
the games don't count.
They might. Anyway, so point being, this is a Fate Stay Night fic.
Grand Order technically counts because Grand Order is a game, but Grand Order also has shorts.
Oh yeah. But then again, the new game, I forgot what it's called, it has like a Christmas version of Saber, so I don't know if that's canon.
Well, Calvin, see the thing is that there is a multiverse, like actual canon multiverse in the Natsuverse. So it's basically like literally infinite grails and infinite ways the Grail War can happen.
Calvin, are you familiar with the term, cash cow? That's
Are you familiar with the term cash cow?
Yeah, so Fate's that for the entirety of UFO Table and Type Moon. So yeah, they will not stop making stuff for it till, well, literally...
Never.
Oh, they're never gonna stop.
No, they're never.
Saberface is far too popular.
Stop when the money stops coming in.
To be fair, Saberface is pretty face.
Saberface is like how many different people, how many different men can I turn into women? The answer is all of them.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And the original reason they turned her into a woman was because they wanted sex appeal to market their visual novel.
Yeah.
It wasn't even. No, remember, it wasn't a visual novel. It was porn.
Yeah,
it was originally porn.
Okay. So he did a very in-depth interview about this.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
And he actually, the original prototype, which has a trailer, as a matter of fact, a very well-animated trailer, had a male archer, a male saver, which is
It was originally going to be the original King Arthur, and the original protagonist was going to be female, and then that didn't quite pan out in terms of marketing at the time.
Nobody was willing to pay them money for them.
Yeah.
They were like, we want waifus or GTFO.
They got waifus, and they put in some sex scenes because that's what you had to do back in those days to get people to buy your game.
That's why all the sex scenes seem so, like, kind of just shoved in, like
because they are.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't want their
Heaven's Feel, Unlimited Blade Works, and Stay Night are all the same Grail.
Yep.
It's just variations of,
It's just what kind of porn do you like, basically.
Yeah, more or less, sort of.
No, yeah, you go for Stay Night if you want the vanilla shit. You go for Unlimited Blade Works if you want some interracial, and you go for the third one if you want really kinky rape and monsters, basically.
Okay, I actually saw a really interesting. I believe it was the Heaven's Feel route it went, but I wouldn't say interesting. It was funny as shit. So TLDR, Ilya gets saved in I believe the Heaven's Feel route, but Heaven's Feel route, so shit gets wild. Shiro basically dies, and Ilya doesn't, and so shows up to save Shiro, but she's like, "Oh no, I can't save him, but I can't save his body, but I can give him a new body." So she uses Heaven's Feel to manipulate his soul into her body, and so then Shiro wakes up as Ilya. I was just laughing my ass off at that.
Okay, look, no matter what you say, it's still not going to be as weird as the reason that Mordred exists in Apocrypha.
Oh.
Yeah, my daddy got a dick.
Yeah.
No, because remember, in that universe, it's still canon. Because that one's working off the idea that Arthur is Arturia.
Yeah.
But Mordred is also... It just... Oh, God, it's so creepy.
Clone or something? Alright, see you, Calvin.
Either that or Arturia has multiple sexual organs, but hey.
Or alternatively, fuck you, magic.
See, no, I think the explanation is Merlin's like, oh, well, you got married to Guinevere to present the idea that there's going to be a family line, but now we should probably actually have a family line, so I'm going to magic you a dick.
Yeah, I mean...
And Morgan Le Fay's like, I'm going to get me some of that.
Yeah.
We can really deduce from all this is that Natsu is a crackhead. Well, you're not wrong.
If you think that's bad, have you seen his story notes?
Anyway,
it's like something he did before.
Back to the shit Ruby story. Blah blah blah. You still can't use the Noble Phantasm Illusion fully. Thank you, Kiyohime. Other than your overall physical trait increase is except for your endurance. You're welcome, Hassan. My name is Nemo Yuki Hime. So something Ice Princess? Wow, so original and not edgy.
And look at that, it has nothing to do with color. You fuck.
Oh yes. I want to be weeb, man.
Look, it just... Look, I understand that, Zhao Long and Lai Ren and the Japanese/Chinese naming scheme still exists. Korean naming scheme still exists in canon Ruby. I get that. Okay, fine. But, don't be that person. That'd be like making a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Nordic character who's named Igor Iron Fist or something. It's just that's just no.
Igor Iron Fist. You know what else is iron? It ain't my fist.
It's just.
Alright, but to be fair, if some dude named Igor Iron Fist comes up to you,
then again, there is an Ironwood.
Are you gonna risk fighting him?
There is an Ironwood. Don't name him Spydar Poison Blood.
See, honestly, this is Ruby, so
yeah,
they do have they're very good.
I know. Still Ironwood.
Or following their own, rules. So.
Yeah.
We can rebuild him. We can make him better.
We have the
technology.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I dub him Project Ironwood.
Do you think Ironwood was the basis of Penny?
That would be
Look, as far as we know, Ironwood only has one robot arm.
No, dude, no. Half of him is robot. Haven't you seen the thing where?
Oh, right. That's right.
Yeah. He's literally half robot, half
It's
man.
probable that they used what they learned from making the body for Ironwood. Yeah, sure.
Mm.
Igor is Russian, though. I know, that was part of my point, Aaron. Is completely butchering
one
it.
more thing I want to discuss about fan fiction. That is something that everybody almost gets wrong.
What?
Original characters.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
So,
no.
there's certain communities on like fan fiction about original characters, and somehow Metempsychics has ended up in 7 of them.
Somehow
So
who?
my fake has ended up in 7 of them at this point.
Oh.
The thing is, all these guys think that the OC is only there for wish fulfillment. No characteristics, no personality traits, no flaws, nothing. Oh, I am a little cardboard cutout for you to stick a dick into. That's literally it. Or
Yeah.
to stick a dick into other things.
I mean, I have a Dark Souls story with an OC. Oh, big surprise.
But that works.
She
like
gets
her
the
OC.
shit kicked out of her. You read this story. She gets the absolute shit kicked out of her.
And let's be honest, even your Havel is something of like an OC.
Yeah, he's a semi-OC. We basically took a canon character.
Well, you say,
have
to be
never
fair,
liked
that's because there
Havel
is
with that, like,
almost
Lord
no characterization for that.
Besides that, he was a hero of humanity and fought dragons and shit.
Yeah, and a real hard ass apparently, which you don't have him as, but hey.
Oh, well, he's not talking to his soldiers.
Oh yeah, true that.
I mean, like, fucking Christ, dude. Like, Bob Ross, who used to be a drill instructor. And, it is, for some people,
I can imagine.
Exactly, like, it is something that you can turn on and off for some people.
Mm. Did you see that photo of Ornstein wearing Smo's armor and Smo wearing Ornstein's armor?
No, I've never seen
I'm
that.
gonna put it into dumpster. Give me a couple seconds.
Okay, you do that.
Also, the other thing is, and this is because I've talked to a couple of people who were drill instructors. I think for the army at least, one of the things that they will have them do is they will send the drill instructors into for drill instructor training, because you get training to be a drill instructor.
Yes,
yeah.
you do.
Oh yeah.
They will send you into the woods and they'll be like, "You're going to insult the shit out of this tree until you can say anything with a straight
Yep.
face."
Dude, okay. My grandfather, who I've lived the majority of my life with, was a brigadier.
Yeah.
Oh
He-
shit!
Yeah. So imagine waking up to his voice every morning. And
Get
the funny thing is,
fuck up, you little
they're
shit!
so used to saying things loud, right? They don't say the word go. They say something like, "Grrr!" And you're like, what the fuck did you just say?
I'm sorry. Did you summon Cthulhu?
Yes.
Grrr! God, you were doing the fucking...
Anyway, let's keep moving. I am a homunculus created by Zelrich.
Did he have that power?
Screaming internalized. No.
On a whim, he gave me the ability to hold a servant inside of me. Before he dropped me off in the world of Remnant, he told me they are other servant inside this world, but they are hidden inside the mirror world. Are we playing The Legend of fucking Zelda now?
Haha, I am Zelrek. I am a kooky character. I do things for no reason.
Like, you look, Zelrich can get you an okay distance in a Fate Fic, and this is why a lot of Fate Fics are shit, because they're like, oh, kooky Zelrich doing a wild thing that made X happen. It's like, but he doesn't really, though. He has more enjoyment being us than he is, being Aizen.
Yep. And the biggest thing is, like, there's a rhyme to his reason. I mean, it might be very convoluted, but there's generally a rhyme to his reason.
Alright, so Zelrich is a vampire who was like, hey, I don't want to kill humanity, and so he just started becoming a multiversal troll.
Plus, he has, like, this amazing magic called, what is it, Prism something?
Yeah, it's something that lets him look into the multiverse and call upon the power of all other multiverse Zelriches. And so basically, when you fight Zelrich, you're fighting every Zelrich to have ever existed.
And he's a
Cheating
vampire, so that's a
bullshit.
lot of him.
And since it's an infinite multiverse, basically fuck you.
Yep.
And so
Oh, yeah,
normally...
Kaleidoscope, thank you.
Yeah, Kaleidoscope. And normally he's very shitposty in terms of, like, he has the ability to interfere with the universe by bringing other multiverse shit from other universes in. So he'll be like, hey, Rin, you're now Universe 97's Rin, which is actually a magical girl, which happened, by the way, that's canon. And Rin turned into a magical girl for a while.
Well, oh, just check Dumpster, by the way.
Now, why did he do that? He did it because he could, mostly.
Yeah, mostly.
For the lulz.
Okay, I like fat Ornstein, but
Does this make you uncomfortable? Doesn't nipple armor make you uncomfortable?
It makes me really uncomfortable. You know what it makes me think of? It makes me think of the Custodies. Like, could you put some fucking clothes on, buddy?
That's the problem.
That is still, the Custodies are still my favorite part of that whole show.
Dude, okay, that theme, right, is from JoJo, is the Pillarman theme. It was my fucking ringtone for 1 year because of that one moment where they show up.
Oh, yeah, so this is my new background. Praise be the legend.
Ornstein and Smoke-sama.
Indeed. Anyway. Anyway, so yeah. So Zelrich, a lot of others can get away to a limit with like, oh, you know, Zelrich pulled blank from blank and put them here. Because he can do that. But it's like, oh, Zelrich made a homunculus that could contain a servant inside it, and also made an alternative world where Zelrich never existed. Which, by the way, that's actually the limit to his power, is that Zelrich cannot access any multiverse that does not have Zelrich in it.
Yeah.
Which I think is great, because his entire thing comes from being able to access the multiverses that he's in.
Yeah. So, like, he can't just be like, oh, we're all in Halo now. Because Halo can't support Zelrich existing. Because, there's no magic.
And you can say the Forerunners are as bullshit as you like, they didn't have magic.
Yet.
Okay, that's true. Halo 6 might come out and they might have magic, but as of right now, they don't have magic.
3 is taking it in places.
Every single plot bubble, so.
Yeah. Well, no, Arn, you don't understand. That is not computing to a lot of fanfiction authors. Because infinite universes, so Halo with magic in it could have a Zelrich. Fine. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Interesting. But the problem there, Arn, the problem you're presenting is a lot of fanfiction authors are like, canon universe that has no magic at all in it, Zelrich. No, that's...
Well, but in that case, like, Ruby does have magic in it, right?
It does now!
Yeah, suddenly there is magic.
There is absolutely no magic.
You have coins, I have wares!
Magic.
You have coins, I have wares.
Haha.
Yeah, theoretically, yes. Theoretically, any crossover could happen because of Zelrich, but the author would actually need to be not complete trash. But they are. So, yeah. Anyway, blah blah blah, servants, blah blah blah, Grim, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. My relief is only for a moment because he told me that servants would pop from the mirror world from time to time to cause chaos and then go back into the mirror world. And it's my job to free them by killing them. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize we went full, was it Kingdom Hearts? Is that Kingdom Hearts I'm thinking of?
That is, in fact, Kingdom Hearts, yes.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts times Bloodborne.
After killing them, the servant is automatically went inside my soul. Alright, first of all, that's not how...
It's automatically
Second
went
of all,
inside
that is
my...
just Kingdom Hearts!
Yes, Isley. That's what part of his power is each Zelrich connects to the kaleidoscope, which gives him the power of that Zelrich and the ability to access them.
You know what else his power is? To suddenly turn fanfictions garbage.
So yeah, the only universes he can access are universes in which that Zelrich was able to access the kaleidoscope.
Yeah.
So, like, there could be a universe where there's a dude bro Zelric, but if he couldn't access the kaleidoscope, they don't know.
Yeah.
Dude.
Dude Bro Zelrich is actually Master Chief. Probably exists.
Well, he has lived forever at this point.
Blah, 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 blah. The best part of it all, if not all of the
I'll bring it
servant... And the best part is most, if not all of the servant in Remnant was corrupted by the taint that makes them go wild. Joy. They were corrupted by the taint.
They were corrupted by the tenses.
Wait, what's this? Taint? Who's been corrupted by the taint?
People have tainted them. Zelrich put Assassin Servant Hassan inside me so that I can have a better chance to go against the Tainted Servant. He also unlocked my aura because for some fuck all this is something that I actually complained off screen to some people about. This is something I despise with a passion. Is when it's a crossover with Naruto, it's a crossover with Ruby, or etc. is that characters who are not from that universe for some reason have chakra, for some reason have aura that can be unlocked, for some reason that have insert magical power directly linked to that universe.
Okay, but at least with aura is the manifestation of your soul or some bullshit like that.
Yes,
So
but
in
the
theory-
problem, the problem there is that universe had humans develop in that specific way that has a manifestation of the soul because fuck you reasons. Halo characters arriving in that universe would not develop or have the same DNA as those humans, and therefore would not have a soul.
Huh.
Soul, quote unquote.
Yeah, quote unquote.
It seems like you're okay. It seems like this criticism of yours needs some nuance, but I will let it slide because I hate that too. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I realize I'm not explaining it the best, and that's just me. But like,
Here's the thing. For most of them, I agree with you. Like, if Master Chief shows up in the Naruto universe, he's not going to suddenly have chakra. He's not going to suddenly have a chakra network.
yeah.
Now, granted, he's still probably going to beat the shit out of everyone,
Now,
but that's for a wholly different reason.
On the flip side, there's Campione, which that power, the Campione power, is not inherent to being part of the Campione verse. So if, for example, Shiro, this has been done before, 2 really good stories, but they're obnoxiously long. Shiro ends up accidentally in reality, ends up in Campione verse, and kills a god. Becomes Campione. Because the power of Campione is not dictated by DNA or any other sort of thing in that universe. It's
kill a god.
It's literally kill a god, get Pandora to resurrect you as a god killer.
There's this one fanfic that so you know how Shin Megami Tensei and Persona lend them very naturally to Campione stuff?
Yeah.
There is only one decent Campione in our Persona crossover. Because every Persona game ends with basically killing a god.
Right.
And I'm quite surprised people haven't taken this concept forward, because the only one person who did got massive, the numbers his fic pulled were fucking crazy, and still no one else has tried it.
Probably because it's the other fic is a dead fandom.
Well, Persona's not dead, but Campione might be dead. You're right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Fairy Tail,
Campione is more there for people who are like, oh, I've heard of Campione, and I really enjoy X fandom. I want to make my character a god. Yeah, probably it's pronounced, not the way I'm saying it, but fuck you.
Champagne.
It's
alright, it's like Gascoigne. It's like Gascoigne from Bloodborne. You can call him Gascoigne, but
it's Gascoigne.
It's Gascagne.
Gascan-chan. Gascan-chan. Nailed it. Gascan-chan.
Papa Guacamole.
Anyway.
For some reason, I now have imagined a gas can with a Mexican mustache and sombrero.
With the burial blade.
Sure, with the burial blade. Great. Good
Just
job,
make it completely
ridiculous. Sorry.
I'm aware it's German, but fuck Gascoigne.
Gammon.
Why fuck Gascoigne?
Gascoigne.
Yeah. Why
Because
fuck him?
fuck that fight.
Why? He's the
Anyway.
easiest thing to parry in the world.
Oh boy, guys, are you ready for even more rage? I was
God.
thankful my semblance is hammer space.
Kill me!
Ah!
Ah!
Author, you can just go fuck yourself, author.
Well, I'm gonna leave a review to this one. I rarely do this, but I'm gonna do this.
Campione is a fandom that no one cared about until people started to cross over with it. Yeah, it had a mildly tolerable anime run, but it wasn't overly popular. It's got a couple light novels under its belt and a fairly okay length manga, but it's nothing special at all, and I really hate a majority of the characters. So honestly, it's great crossover fodder if you want to have like Kirito or Shiro or Ruby.
Personal
Like,
dude one.
basically, person that could pull a victory out of their ass and start the ball rolling with god murder.
Which reminds me, have you read that story in which there's a chef in Drang Lake?
The chef in
I have not
Drangleic.
read that.
Read it.
I think I know the story you're talking about, and I think I despised
I
it.
think it's called 10 Essential Herbs and Spices.
Yes, I have. Yes, I've seen it. I disliked it because Drangleic.
Well, yeah, that was the reason I didn't want to go into it earlier, but then I went into it and it was surprisingly good. The guy basically, like, he's just, okay, this guy doesn't kill a single boss. He kind of just feeds them or somehow they die. No, wait, you know the Dragon Slayer, you know the Dragon Slayer, not Dragon Slayer armor, the Dragon Rider?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So you know that you can kill him by just, like, making him fall off the fucking area, right?
Right.
Yeah. Of course,
You just-
everyone knows that.
Yeah. You just, like, so basically he puts that thing in the fic, and he makes it so fucking intensely dramatic. It's like, you know, he's looking up, he's looking at me, he's gonna murder me. Whoops! Sorry, I'm gone.
Eh.
So yeah. Some of these, like, ridiculous fics actually turn out pretty fucking well. It's just that one... Oh, I did.
Did
It's a-
you
it's a
just
shame
try to
you
use
don't know.
Fireball on me? Yes.
Yes.
I personally get great enjoyment out of how Max and I handled the Quelaag fight.
Oh, God.
Did you just try to fireball me? I throw up lava!
Hey, but see, I was a filthy magic user, so I was like, oh, soul arrow, soul arrow, soul arrow.
Well, yeah, obviously, but, you know, Pyromancer, first reaction is the fireball
I know.
things, yeah.
I know. But still,
Boss is so
you think,
surprised, they're just like, fucking really?
Are you stupid? Are you touched in the head? Get the fuck out of my boss room. Come back when you're less retarded.
Have you tried
Anyway,
that, though? So, you know, in Quelaag's arena, there's, like, this one place you can jump to where literally he can never hit you.
I did not know that. But I don't
No, there-
care, because if you get hit by Quelaag, you're doing something wrong.
yeah, really.
yes.
If you lose the
thing is, on a
Quelaag,
bow
you're
only
dumb.
run- On a bow-only run, the only way of actually killing her is to get to that place.
Wait, on a what? A bow-only run?
Yeah, haven't
Look,
you done
I can tell you as a fact that is not true.
No, the thing is, like, you can do it if you come to her much later, but if you're doing, like, a speed run or something, literally the only way to kill her is to get into that fucking corner, just keep on shooting her chest so she is permanently stun locked and she dies really, really, really fast.
Oh, wonderful. Anyway, I can use my semblance. I can wait. What?
The hammer space semblance. Get
Before
on
I
with it.
forgot. Before I forgot, I can use the. Before I forgot what? Before you forget to explain to yourself how your power works. Oh boy, author, fuck you. I can use the servant power by 3 different ways. First is equip mode. It's different than install mode because unlike install mode, which gives you all of the servant stat, ability, fighting skill, noble, phantasm, and other, I forgot to mention equip. Oh my god. Literally fucking Only gives you the servant skill, personal, noble, phantasm, and weapon. Also a boost in mana depending on the servant I equip. Alright, so then why would you use equip ever?
Because reasons.
There's literally no reason.
Equip also changes my appearance. Only a bit and allows me to summon the servant weapon and their clothes. Yay, free cloth. Okay, wait. It's different than install because unlike install, which gives you everything about the servant, equip only gives you the skills, the noble phantasms, and the weapon.
That's everything.
Well, no, it doesn't give you the stats and like
The
Okay,
vagina.
right.
Okay, I think what he's trying to say, and parsing this out, is I think he's trying to say install basically turns him into that servant, while equip does like Prisma levels of fusion.
Is this person getting
Ah.
installed for fucking like like something like Guilty Gear or something?
Maybe.
Because there's Blaze Blue somewhere up there, so
Yeah.
it might be Guilty Gear. Because Dragon Install is like a literal thing in that, which is Soul Bad Guy's big thing. And every gear can technically install, so yeah.
The second is material-wise. I think you all have a pretty much good idea what I think you all.
Get out, author.
I don't have enough money
No,
to keep on
I'm
giving
done.
tips, but you could really put this.
No, done. Literally, death penalty, author. You deserve the death penalty.
If you skip this, I'll give you $5 on Monday.
I'm skipping
You don't have
this.
to pay us to skip this one. Trust us.
I'm fucking
alright,
skipping the shit out of this. Alright, let's get some trash in here. Let's get some good trash in here. Alright, so this is,
Well, here's the thing. They picked the most boring servant to we'll give them Hassan. That's so.
Hassan, man.
There's
Hassan.
so many. You could have given them Iskandar. You could have given them. You know what would have been
Anything.
great? Give them. Oh my god, I can't think of his name. Berserker.
Which one?
From Fate Stay Night.
Alright, what's his
Hercules.
name? Hercules.
Yeah, like Hercules would be super interesting. But I didn't even mean Hercules. I meant the one from Fate Zero.
Phase Zero, that's Lancelot.
That's Lancelot, yeah.
Dude, Lancelot, because Lancelot is amazing, specifically in the Ruby universe.
Cancerlot.
Maybe not do something for trash. Don't. But see, I don't think you understand, Zeeks. I don't do trash. I just happen upon the trash. I go into the fandom section. I go, hey, this story looks like I could talk about it, and then I read it to you, and then we all go, wow, this is hot garbage. No
We
shit.
have shown on screen the selection process.
One day you might actually run out of these.
Anyway, so point being, we've actually had good stories on here before, like 4 of them, but they were good because our selection process is, that looks like a good story to talk about / read. Let's put it up there.
Oh my god, Sneaky, I'm sorry, but I hadn't quite closed out the page yet. The weapon I have is a basic gun blade, twin gun katana, a normal warhammer, a giant battle axe that can turn into a halberd with dust infused with it, and 2 dust infused rapier.
Is that one weapon or a lot of weapons?
I think this is a list of all the weapons they have.
Why do they need so many?
Because fuck
Don't
you.
know.
Also, dual-wielding gunblade katanas literally delete yourself from existence. I don't mean kill yourself. I do not mean kill yourself. At no point in time did I ever say kill yourself. Delete yourself. Your
What are the
existence
Edgelord banners?
should be nulled.
Edgelord banner.
Find a way to go back in time.
And delete yourself.
Terrible shit post aside, never, guys, suicide isn't funny, don't joke about it.
Don't go back in time and
Never
kill yourself,
told you.
unless it's Hitler.
I already left my review on that fic. It's quite nice.
Anyway, this is the Grim King.
No.
You know what? I actually don't mind that. That's actually some pretty cool John art. I'm assuming that's
In ages past, no, that's just random John art they're using. In ages past, there was once a being who ruled over the creatures of Grimm.
That's what John.
His name struck fear into the
Then who is
hearts of enemies, and entire armies crumbled before his might. But then one day he disappeared, leaving his queen and the legend that would gradually lost to time. Until today. My name is Jeremiah Azaziel Ulysses Necron Ecclesia Armin Raziel Christoph. But you can call me John. What is he, a fucking Spaniard?
No, that is insulting to the Spanish.
There's Necron in his name.
Yes, there is in fact Necron in his name.
It's spelled with a K too.
Oh god.
Proper orc-like.
Oh, please! But now all I can think of is a Necron orc. Ugh.
Oh. Wait.
An orc?
Atin, you want to see some good John art?
Orcron.
An orcron. Yes. Fucking shoot me. His name. No. God damn it, Isley!
But yeah, this is just. Are you like? I don't know what the author.
Chapter 1:
The
Awakening. The sky was set in forever twilight, yet the area was undoubtedly several shades of gray. Crimson and violet. The shattered moon lay slightly obscured by clouds. Nevertheless, its rays battered the almost desolate the almost desolate area in its glow.
Okay, so we have something that's in forever twilight, except it's not, because apparently there's just red sun lamps all over the place for, I don't know, sexy time mood lighting.
Oh, dude, don't you know we're about to fight the moon presence?
Ooh. Also, Atin, check dumpster.
I did. That's great. That's going in my folder.
Oh, I must now see this as well.
This is a friend. This is actually if you want, I put you in contact with this guy, the one who made this.
Yeah, I kind of do.
Also, which one? You know that Twitch clip you made, the one with you falling over?
Yeah.
I'm animating that. So.
Oh, good.
Good.
So, is this supposed to be like John in Atlas armor or something?
This is John as Ironwood, basically.
I'm cool with this.
I don't care what it is. It looks cool.
Do you know, like, this is the picture I saw, and this is what made me write the pic I'm writing right now. This and alcohol. So yeah.
Yeah, although alcohol is a big. Yeah. The fuck is cool?
He's even got the holy moonlight blade, but electric.
Did somebody mention the moon?
Anyway,
indeed. Go for it, Corn. Kill all the OCs. Below was a barren wasteland devoid of life with many scars across its landscape. Crystals jutted out randomly across the plain. What are we, in fucking Final Fantasy 13?
No, Kingdom Hearts.
no. Random crystals jutting out. That's Final Fantasy.
That's totally Final Fantasy.
Hell, that might even be 15.
That can be anything, really. All the Final Fantasies, like, really like crystals.
I don't know what it is with Final Fantasy and
Seeds
jacking
chambers.
off to random crystals, but
Could be Seeds Chambers.
My guiding moonlight. Get the fuck out! I know I said a while back that I would curse less, but I am incensed!
Seriously, are we in Bloodborne? There's a bunch of crystals everywhere. We're talking about how nice the moon is.
Leaning back, one arm over the other laid atop his knee. He wore an all-black ensemble completed with black boots, black pants, and a black tunic. Well,
okay, if you tell us that he's wearing all black,
armor.
you don't have to tell us that everything is. You don't have to tell us what the black things are. Also, Darth Revan called. He wants his outfit back.
Despite the dreariness of his environment, he also had a small smile as he gazed upon the moon.
Oh,
His ashen skin and long silver hair, which obscured his eyes, seemed to glow as he basked in the moonlight.
there's
I
so much
always-
Something Sephiroth.
I always find myself captivated by the beauty of the moon. Truly, there is something alluring about it. He reached out as if to grasp it. It is such a shame it will never be whole again. He finished this sentence with a frown. Truly a shame.
I'm gonna post the thing again. Wait.
His frown soon turned into a wide smile as he spoke the next words, though even the
Well, that's just
moon's
adorable.
illuminating beauty
There's a lot of
pales
that.
in comparison to your own, my queen. At this, he leveled his gaze behind himself, with his bangs no longer obscuring his vision. His black and red eyes could be seen. The visage would have made for a terrifying being, but his easygoing attitude, nonchalance, and mirthful gaze lessened the impact immensely. In direct contrast to this, his companion's own eyes did not betray any of the dark power she was known and had feared for. Standing tall while wearing naught but flowing black cloak, which obscured all but her hands and head, she fixed the man with a penetrating gaze that made him lose his mirth and straighten himself to a proper sitting position. Something troubles you, my queen? You know well what troubles me. He let out an exasperated sigh. This again. He mirrored her gaze. I've already made my decision and see no reason to rescind it. You are making a terrible mistake, one that will have dire consequences for all of us. Are you so against my decision? Yes, she answered immediately. We are not known to show mercy. It has served us well throughout all the ages. You know this. He turned his gaze from her to his sword as he rubbed the hilt gently. I do. Then you know we should not show them any weakness now. He frowned at her words. This is different. Regardless of the situation, your decision is a show of weakness, one that our enemies will not fail to try and exploit, as it is surely a sign you are going soft. Immediately she regretted her words as he sent a sharp glare. Soft, my queen? You would call me soft? The air grew tense as he slowly made his way towards her. Make no mistake, I did not make this decision on a whim, nor did I do it to spare myself the bloodshed. I made this decision to avoid a pointless conflict we cannot afford. The infinitely spawning, no-maintenance army cannot afford a war of attrition.
Okay.
One of these things is not like the other.
I'm gonna just copy paste that thing again. Wait.
Yeah, I know. You said that. Yeah. Oh, why are we getting a shit ton of PR art?
It's not PR. It's mostly like just There's so little John art without PR. It's almost painful.
My favorite PR art is the one where she's disintegrating.
What's this about disintegrating
Oh, wait,
people?
I think I know which one you're talking about. I'll just.
Yeah, it's around here somewhere.
No, I just put up. That's the one, right?
Oh yes, there is that one. I was also saying,
The one where she disintegrates sideways. I know that.
there's also this one.
All right, yeah. There's a lot of those.
Quit fucking posting beer pictures and get back to the story.
It's nice. I mean, it's better than the fucking story.
Isn't a war of attrition more or less what all the Grimm have been doing? It's working so far. Yeah, so we've discussed this several times on the stream so far. Yeah, The Grimm are doing a war of attrition. They are an infinitely spawning, no maintenance army that doesn't require food, doesn't require direction, and has literally no end to them. They can afford casualties.
By the shit ton.
Yeah. Anyway. Back to the story. Anyway, blah, 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 pride and victory, blah, 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 forgive me, blah, 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 look at me, I love you, blah, 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 they're kissing.
But was the moon mentioned anywhere?
Oh, here we go. His eyes opened slowly, adjusted to his surroundings. He felt odd. Where am I? I could use a drink. Blah, blah, blah. How long has he been here? Where was he? His hands reached out. He was in a tomb coffin. He was not in his quarters and not his bed. I'll have words with Arturo. Who would dare put him here? He mused to himself. It wouldn't budge. What's the meaning of this? The coffin was sealed, or maybe he was weak. He pushed the lid off of his coffin.
You know, if you completely discount the fact that this thing has barely anything that even resembles a plot,
Yep.
it's written quite okay, isn't it?
Mildly, I wouldn't say it's all. I wouldn't say it's
For the
poorly.
1960s, but yeah.
I wouldn't say it's poorly written. I mean, it's got a shitload. It's got grammar errors by the truck. But I mean, it's not bad. It's nowhere near good though. And I'm not saying.
1960s.
You know, I'm not sitting here frothing at the mouth of how terrible and bad this is and how it contradicts, X, Y, and Z. But I'm also
We've
not,
seen worse.
yeah, I'm also not like, hey, this is fairly good. It's like, no, this is a possibly humorous premise that is so meh that it's not even registering with me.
True. Oh wait, you put the edgelord banner. That's nice.
Yeah.
This is just one of the stories that we've talked about. This is the only thing offensive about this story is its mediocrity.
Yeah, honestly,
it is offensively mediocre.
I honestly would love to see a Grim King, like sort of White Sheep style, but John's the Grim King. So it's a comedy. I'm gonna draw Atin as John. I'll make him have brown hair.
I mean, they don't have a picture of me, so good fucking luck with that.
That means I can just take artistic liberty.
I mean, sure.
He wears glasses and he has brown hair.
Thank you.
I have blue eyes.
White dragon.
Hail victory.
Yes. No! I am a perfectly forgettable, brown-haired, blue-eyed, white guy. Take what artistic liberties you will with that.
He's
You're
also
probably
immensely
67.
fat. He's like 500 pounds.
That is not true in...
Alright, 500 pounds it is. I've written this down, so I'm probably...
I'm like 210, 220, you assholes.
I'll just even out at 400.
Just compromised.
I'm gonna fucking strangle you, Sneaky.
I'm
going to fly to Vermont for the express purpose of strangling you.
Shrek's body support.
Anyway,
I'm actually Googling it right now.
blah, blah, blah. He was in a room. There was metal containers around. They buried me. Blah, blah, blah. How am I alive? I'm telling you I heard something. Hey, who the hell are you? What language are they talking about? Hey, what the hell is that guy? He's just some nut job. Leave before I call the cops.
What the fuck are you chuckle fucking about?
Okay. Somebody's done an anatomy study on Shrek in ZBrush.
I'm sure they did.
I'm
Sorry,
gonna
they've
use
done an
that-
anatomy
I'm gonna use
study
that
on
basis
what?
to draw you at him.
I'm sorry, they've done an anatomy study on what?
Shrek in ZBrush.
What?
I'm putting it up. That's it. It's not an accurate anatomy study by any means, but it is there.
Frank, the coffin. Frank looked down at the coffin and then back to the man. The man looked to the coffin, then to the man, who followed his gaze before looking at them. Almost immediately they put the two and two together. Creepy-ass coffin. Creepy white-skinned red-eyed guy standing in robes beside creepy coffin that was now open. Oh my god, we gotta get out of here. Stay right where you are. He only paused to look at the gun before speaking, but none of them knew what he was saying. What? The man rolled his eyes and started to walk away again in that strange dialect. Bang! The man staggered, looking owlishly at what just happened. I said, don't move. The man looked surprised. He took the robe down.
Yeah! Put the robe in a hammerlock!
Suplex that motherfucker!
Oh, are we playing Resident Evil 4 now?
Yes.
Hold on.
Revealed the smooth chalk white skin with a bullet wound. To their shock, he dug his fingers into the wound, which wasn't bleeding, and pulled out the bullet. He flicked the bullet.
It's a bullet! Wait,
He's
where's
doing
the exit route?
Guys, wait. Just continue reading. He's gonna do the thing.
He flicks the bullet at Frank, and the bullet rips through Frank's shoulder, and Steve heard it hit something behind him.
He did the thing.
He did the thing.
Okay, people, do you understand what happens to a bullet when it enters a person?
Yeah, it goes smush mush. Especially hollow points. Hollow points are fun. You know why a hollow point hurts people a lot? It's because a hollow point turns into a star, which then proceeds to turn into a fuck you.
Humanity was like, we started out with muskets and we were like, okay, I'm going to shoot a ball of metal at this guy. And then we were like, this isn't good enough. We're going to make the ball of metal aerodynamic so that it works better. And then we were like, this still isn't good enough. We need something so that when it hits people, it'll really fuck them up inside. And that's how the hollow point was born.
Fuck me up inside, can't fuck up. Fuck me up inside.
Crawling in my crawl.
No, see, you gotta yell that one out. You gotta.
And then humanity made the flamethrower.
Hey, let's just light people on fire to
You know, it
death.
must be the flamethrower.
Oh God, please don't kill me. Blah blah blah.
You just shot him!
It was a very exasperated sigh. Why is it every human I... Wait.
We got it the first time. Get on with your point.
Get on with it!
They can suddenly talk to each other?
I guess.
He talks in like bold, so I don't know.
Okay, anyway, so they're blah blah blah. Why is it every human I meet, assuming that I'm gonna kill them? I mean, your friend dared to try and injure me, but I can understand that, but he's not even dead. Wait, what? Steve looked at Frank's corpse, did a double take. Aside from the weight loss, he actually didn't look as bad as Steve thought. He's not dead, he's just dehydrated. He could lose some weight. Why you humans wouldn't appoint the best and most fit to guard your precious consignment is beyond me. He looked at the monster. Excuse me, what is it? Who are you? Where are my manners? Blah, blah, blah. Sovereign of the Grim Empire.
Necron.
Oh yeah, Sovereign of the Grim Empire, eh?
Yeah, he's the
Despite the
Sovereign of the
fact
Grim
that they're
Empire.
all mindless beasts.
Yeah. Hold on. Isley's saying something. Now that I think of it, I need to check if there's any good Worm Ruby crosses. Any advice on that? I have never seen a Worm Ruby cross. But it's likely going to be shit since those two universes don't exactly mesh well. Because take out the Grim from Ruby, and you just get generic, stronger than human. And so there's not much going on there. Like maybe Taylor as Salem, that would be somewhat interesting, but I don't see too many people writing that, so I wouldn't be able to.
Then you should take it on yourself to write that.
No, I
Why
am
not?
not dumb enough to try and write a worm fic with the
I mean,
canon
I
character.
feel the same way about the Hunter x Hunter and
Like, I'm writing a FNAF wormfic right now, but
See,
that's...
you're writing a FNAF fic, so that's already like...
But,
no.
like, I'm focusing on the FNAF part. Like, canon worm basically isn't even a thing.
Oh.
Yeah, so, like, that's why I have no problem writing that.
Canon worm is... he's just like, no, that's happening over there on the right. This has nothing to do with it.
That's happening, like, a couple states away. This has nothing to do with what's going on here.
So... wait. Okay, no.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
I'm too scared to read Worm. I know everybody has ever read it.
It's actually so good. It's like a million.
I'm like, if I go into it, it's gonna devour my soul.
It will. It will totally.
Okay, look. Worm, it's not that bad. It took me like a week.
No, I know
to read
it's gonna be good. Because every single person I've spoken to who...
I'm talking about size-wise. Size-wise. It took me like a week to get through Worm.
That's the issue, right? It's gonna end in a week. And then I'm gonna be doing fanfics for it. And as of what I've heard, most Worm fanfics are complete trash.
Yeah, okay, but the guy's writing the sequel, so...
He is writing the sequel.
When people of copious internet origins say they're writing sequels to things I love, I take it with a grain of salt because
you don't understand. He's being paid like $4,000 a month to write it.
Mate, okay, so you might say you don't like Ryugi, I know that, but Space Battles is officially endorsing him to make a sequel for fucking the games we play, and it's been in the works for a year and a half.
Okay, Space Battles. My opinion on Space Battles is very well known. They are a collection of retards, white knighting retards, actual, genuine, mentally impaired retards. That's my opinion on Space Battles.
Yeah, but the thing is, Space Battles aside, he's getting paid to write a sequel to the games we play, right? And the thing is, the only thing we've gotten for the past year and a half is like a little intro chapter to the next thing, and it's written in Adam Torres's like perspective. I'm just like, I don't know if this is ever coming out, so I'm just like really scared.
What's my opinion on Dominion? I love Dominion. Dominion was great. I'm sad that it's dead, though. At least to my knowledge, it's dead.
What's Dominion?
Dominion was, Taylor gets her power, but instead of getting bugs as control, she gets her endgame power right at the start. And it goes south really fast. Definitely, 100% read Worm. It's great. The writing's great. It'll take you... It's 1,000,000 words long. It will take you a while to get through.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Worm took me like a week.
Yeah, but you also don't have a job.
Oh, but I am a student.
Yeah, like, no, Worm, like, 1,000,000 words doesn't take more than a week to read, honestly. It's not even a joke. Because, okay, I read the entirety of the games we play in less than a week, so that's almost, like, that's actually more than 1,000,000 words, too, so...
Finally updated recently? Nice.
It's fine. Anyway, look, let's just move on.
Anyway, point being, okay, there is some really long worm fics out there that are fairly decent. I have a fairly long list, so if you ever do need good worm fics, I do have a list to give you.
Alright,
anyway, there's 2 minutes left in the show. There's no time to read anything. Let's...
Yeah, anyway. Blah, blah, blah. Let's get it. We're nearly done. Blah, blah, blah. You're Grim. I'm not a human, and I'm not a beast man, so then I'm Grim. I'm a fish. Calm yourself, human. I don't want to hurt you. You would be dead. Why don't you hate me? Why would I hate you? I'm a human, and you're Grim. I don't see what has to do with anything. And blah, blah, blah. What is this thing? It's a gun. What's a gun?
A gun?
Wait, you're the king of Grim. How long have you been in there? Century, maybe?
4 days.
If something tells Steve this guy doesn't have a good sense of time. Do you know what dust is? You mean dust, like the dirt you're sitting on? I think you've been in there for longer than a century. Forgive me. Oh, he's got mind meld. He just touches people in the forehead and takes all their memories.
Boy, that saves me a lot of tedious work as the author. I'm brilliant. No, you're not. You're a lazy fuck and everyone knows it.
Convenient.
Oh my god, what just happened? My kingdom, my comrades, my people. Ink black aura began to come out of him. He roared.
Wait,
good, his pillar of aura!
Wait.
I'm so glad we're going like full fucking campy bullshit of flare of aura in the distance, and everyone looks up and sees it.
No, wait.
Yeah.
He said that he's been asleep for 100 years and he doesn't know guns or dust.
No. The guy asks, "How long do you think you've been asleep for?" He responds with, "I don't know, a century or something, maybe." And the guy goes, "I think you've been out for way longer than a century if you've never even heard of dust."
Or guns.
Okay.
Basically implying that John, the Grim King...
Also, how do you get John from Jeremiah?
Fuck you.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair point.
Yeah. I will forever use Noodle Hammer's excuse. How is this thing happening? Because fuck you, that's why.
I mean, that is the entire premise of mine and Max's shitpost.
More or less, yes.
It's exactly as a Ruby.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's not wrong. Blah, blah, blah. Every faunus in the 100-mile radius told them to run, and they all ran away, crying. Creatures of Grimm turned to the source. The Grimm were all attracted to it. Across Remnant, there was a shift in Grimm activities as all the Grimm across the entirety of Remnant screamed as well. Oh, apparently they're all fucking Zerg or Tyranids or something.
Zerg, definitely Zerg.
After a few minutes, blah, 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 what a mess. I think I pissed myself. Excuse me. I should apologize for that. Made me disturbed. I don't usually do that. I was locked away there for a long time. I'm gonna go change my clothes. Please do. Wow, the humor in this is excellent.
Excellent.
Blah, 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 blah. I've always been told I was strange, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. I need to shower. He's gonna be okay. Oh, yes, he just needs more fluids.
Okay. I don't think this author understands how sudden, rapid dehydration would affect a human and how you would properly get them to recover from that.
But he shot him,
Where are you
guys.
going? I'm gonna go out to explore the world, looking like this. I need to change my wardrobe. Talking about your stuff. You know, I was thinking you gestured to all of me. Yes, I did. Oh, wow! They included a How to Train Your Dragon joke, guys! Look at that!
Yeah.
They're so pop culture-y. What do you mean? Where? You need to change yourself. You just pointed to all of me. Yes.
I have not seen
In
things.
How to Train Your Dragon, the father tells the kid that he needs to change and just gestures to him.
He's like,
And the
what
kid
do I
goes,
need to change?
"But you gestured to all of me," and the dad's like, "Yeah,
Wow.
She's a great parent.
yeah."
Humor.
Anyway, it's funny in the movie because the movie is actually not trash. It's not funny
It's
here.
made by, like high-budget people with qualifications, you know.
Yeah, it's not funny here because the author is trash.
Oh my.
Anyway,
Blah, blah, blah. He was far from 100%. He used Steve's mind as a template to churn his clothes with aura into something else.
I'm out of alcohol.
No, well, that's unfortunate. Because I'm not.
but wait, we're almost done here. Anyway,
To be continued.
Blah, blah, blah. He turns into John. He now
Wait.
wore a gray suit
Wait.
with dark dress shoes and a red tie, so
Wait.
John in a suit.
Wait. He's gonna do the joke. I just read ahead a bit. He did the joke.
Yep, I know. He also had a coat hanging off his shoulders, Kill the Kill style. I suppose this is farewell then, Sir Steve. Actually, it's just Steve, he murmured. Of course, farewell, just Steve. Ha 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 ha. He walked away into the darkness. Steve looked on before speaking. Actually, the exit's over there with the exit sign. A moment later, Jeremiah walked past him.
Ha
Thank
ha
you.
ha!
Ha ha ha. Wow, so fucking funny. Wow, I'm just dying in my seat here with
Dude,
laughter.
like Final Fantasy X, guys. Ha 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 ha!
Anyway, we're done here.
Yes.
There's always more. It always gets worse. This is trash. Why do you keep listening to this? Tell your friends and family because you hate them.
You gonna let him
Atin
do
wants to
that?
get out of here. I'm gonna take it nice and slow. Alright.
I just hate. Look, by the end of this show, I'm just filled with a burgeoning, fresh hatred for humanity.
Have you read the author's note at the end? That
Oh, I'm about to get to it. Okay, so this one goes to John Uchiha, the one with swag, for his prompt on what if John was the king of Grimm.
Or is he?
I drew inspiration from Noblesse, except, you know, John has more personality. Is that what you call personality?
Mate. This is, okay, one. John Uchiha, the one with swag, is the second worst John-based name I've ever seen on fanfiction.
What's the worst?
Wait, this is one guy who keeps on commenting on my fucking stories. I'll just find his name and let you know. Aryan God John. Nazi reference.
But really? Oh boy!
Wow!
This guy reviews
Whoa.
every chapter of every story I've ever written, and I just
Wow.
seen him. I'm like, please don't.
Oh, so to finish this day off with actually a good fic. So Laughing Lufo made a new fic, and it's making a little bit of a joke at John's new power, season 5. Reveal of his
you
power.
mean the fact that he's a
I
paladin?
make other people bigger. I mean, other people's auras bigger.
No, Laughing Lufo's story, which is why I think you all should read it. It might turn into a series. At the moment, it's just a one shot. But it's Weiss basically being addicted to the feeling of John's aura empowering her, and it's a comedy scene.
It's the old "what if they got addicted to health potions" joke.
It's a comedy scene in which Weiss keeps like thinking about all of John's the John semblance and talking about it like sex, but it's like no, she just wants the semblance.
I thought LaFoe stopped writing after.
Yes,
like,
he
season
did,
5, you know?
and then he released this chapter as like a one-shotty. I might do more later sort of thing.
People are like, please do more. Anyway.
And I was like, please do more. I actually got a good laugh out of it. So anyway, yeah, Laughing Lufo. Everyone go check that out. Atin, goodbye.
I love that guy.
All right, I'll do the closing. Thank you,
I'm
one and
still here,
all.
don't you worry.
Yeah, fuck you. Thank you all
Fuck you
for
too.
coming here. Blah blah blah. Hibbity boobity. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Tell people you don't want to speak to anymore. Just tell everyone.
I
in
highly
general.
recommend the last one.
Yeah,
I would
the last
especially
one's pretty good. Yeah, last one's pretty good. But yeah, no, really, honestly, like genuine, serious, glasses off moment of seriousness. Actually, tell people about this. Like, the more people we get, the more people we get to interact with, the more people we get to make jokes.
Get to sub.
Yeah, not just for subs. Like, I really, honestly, I don't care about subs. I have an actual job that actually supports me at the moment.
I'm a student. I will have an actual job.
Yeah, I don't need the
whole
Twitch
reason
money.
we started this whole stupid thing was to try to raise the standards.
Yeah, not only is it to raise the standards, I want to actually get a community of people who are out there wanting shit to get better, who have no problem with telling people to get their shit better.
Well, there's that one server.
I know, but they don't go around telling people to get their
Yeah,
shit
they're
better.
mostly memes. So
Yeah. I actually want people to go out there, and I want them to review stories, and I want them to be like, hey, your story is bad because plot holes, because grammar mistakes, because spelling errors, because inconsistency.
Shitty OCs.
Because shitty OCs. The point of doing is to learn how to do better.
Yep.
So do better. Be better.
I mean, don't just write for the sake of writing. Write for improving yourself.
I'm fine with people writing for the sake of writing, because some people like really enjoy just writing. That's fine, but make sure you're also getting better at that. You know, don't just sit there. Some of the authors we found who have written for 10, 15 years straight and hundreds of thousands of words, but still write like a fucking 3-year-old.
With just horrible grammar, and it's just, God.
Neon's on get to.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, we will always be here. If you want to check out the live versions, you can catch us here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesdays and on Fridays, or you can catch us Sundays, for now, to catch us ripping on Ruby. Like Canon Ruby, we sit there and watch it, and we just make snotty remarks about it. More like what we're doing here, except with just source Ruby material.
It turns out there's a lot of fucking plot holes there too.
Yeah.
Even worse than the fanfic sometimes.
It is,
Yeah.
honestly. And then there's the archive version, which will be going up on YouTube. It's about a week late. And so, you know,
I think late a week. It's supposed to be only 24 hours, though.
It's only 24 hours, but, you know, I have a job, and I have electricity bills to pay, so I can't just leave my computer on throughout the day. So during the weekend, I upload all the shit, so a week late. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's all I think. Yep. We're about done here, so peace out, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you suffered with us. I hope you learned something from us. I hope you laughed. I hope you showed an emotion, a singular emotion.
An emotion, one, and that emotion better be disgust or rage.
No, that has to be
acceptable.
like that has to be the anime smirk, you know.
Peace out, everyone. Good night. See us next time, because there's always more and it always gets worse.